Hello, seventh grade, and welcome back. Happy Tuesday, April 7th. Let's go ahead and get started. It's day 2 of our personal narrative. And so today, what we're doing is choosing a topic. We're going to pre-write and draft our personal narrative. So, those are your goals today. I'm going to put this slideshow into Google Classroom. So, you'll have all these links. You can click on these topic, graphic organizer, and the checklist to help you complete everything that you need to do today. So, choosing a topic, you have two options. I'll put myself down here for right now. Option 1 is to choose from the topic bank. This is a bank of ideas here, and you can choose one of these three. Option number 2 is to choose your own topic. And I've got some strategies for helping you think about what you want to write about for your personal narrative, right? I'm so excited to read these. I think you guys are going to do great on this. I've written mine and I want to show you an example, and I'll do that soon. But let me run through the topic bank first so that you can help you decide. Choose from the topic bank. Number 1, I was there. Think of a memorable event you have attended, like a sporting event, a concert, a field trip, a play, a family reunion, and write a personal narrative describing the event and explain why it was so special. Option number 2, it's a group thing. Think about a group you belong to. Could be a sports team or a school club, something like that. Write a personal narrative that describes your group and tells about an event that involved you and your group. Option number 3, first contact. Think of a friend and how you two met. Write a personal narrative that describes how you and your friend met and explains why you became friends. Okay, so that's the topic bank. You can choose one of those. Doesn't matter which one you choose. The other option you have is to choose your own topic. So here's some strategies for figuring out, I don't know what to write about. What should I write about? Think of some questions that people might ask you, might ask about you. And which of those questions could you answer in a personal narrative? This could be things like, tell me about where your family is from. Or it could be like, tell me a story that you remember cooking something with your mom, something like that. Or you could ask a family member what they remember about your early childhood, something that you don't remember, and look for story ideas in their answers. Strategy 3 is remember something that you have done, something that made you happy. Could be anything. How could you show why you took that action and what the results were? So you either choose from the topic bank or you choose your own topic. I'll leave it up to you. I'm excited to see what you come up with. Now, this is a kind of a warning for everybody. You need to make sure your topic is narrow and specific. Okay, so if it's really broad, right, readers aren't going to really understand why you are writing. So you want to make it a little bit more specific. So, for example, if you chose the topic friendship, it's a little bit too general. To make it more specific, you might write about the day you met your best friend. That's more specific, and there's a story there, there's a plot there. That's how you're going to interest your reader and help them understand why they should read your paper. If you're having trouble narrowing your topic, you can always ask yourself the who, what, why, when, where, how questions. So, for example, if I'm going to write about friendship, I'm going to narrow my topic. Who was my best friend growing up? Well, his name was Hunter. What about him? He stood up for me the first time we met. When was this? 6th grade. Where? It was at soccer practice. Why? Well, I didn't know many people on the team and someone pushed me down. How do we become friends? He stood up for me and we became best friends after that. So that's a way that you can narrow your topic. Let's practice with our graphic organizer. So I'm going to give you a graphic organizer. It's going to look just like this, okay? And wherever you see red is what you're going to need to complete, okay? So this is your graphic organizer to pre-write your essay. And then this is your checklist here that you're going to use to draft your beginning, middle, end of your essay. Okay, so this is going to be your pre-write and your first draft. And then I will check it tonight to see how you're doing. So let me take my example of the day I met my best friend. This was a long time ago in 6th grade. So a few details about the main character. This is the beginning of the story. And again, this is just a pre-write, so this doesn't need to be complete sentences. You just need to get your ideas out here. Well, I was new to a soccer team. I was in sixth grade. What is the topic of the story? It's the day that I met my best friend. Why am I telling this story? Well, kindness is a great foundation for friendship. That's kind of my focus. This is the reason I'm telling this story is a friend was really kind to me, and during a time that was difficult for me, and we became best friends. So kindness is a really good foundation for friendship. So the middle of my story, as I'm pre-writing, I need to think about actions that sort of reveal the problem. Well, we were jogging around the field to warm up. Okay. I know that I'm just copying and pasting this. I've already done the work, but this is what yours is going to kind of look like. Okay, so what happened after that? Someone pushed me from behind. I landed flat on my face, right? I'm actually going to add one more in there. My friend Hunter helps me up and asks, "Are you okay?" Okay, and then the end of the story is I'm pre-writing an action that ended the problem. Well, Hunter confronts the guy that pushed me down, that tripped me from behind, and the kid apologizes to me, and Hunter and I finish the jog together, become new friends. So the setting is in the soccer field, um, and it's the I should spell that right. It's the summer before sixth grade. Characters are myself, Hunter, my friend, and Josie. Okay, so I've done my pre-write, and that's what you're going to do today, and you're also going to do your draft. You can use this checklist to complete your draft. So the beginning, start by drafting an attention getter opening sentence. So for that, I said running is hard enough. I'm going to link my example in here. So I've got a attention getter opening sentence. Running is hard enough. Running in the Texas heat is pretty unbearable. Running in the Texas heat the summer before sixth grade, knowing no one on your new team is pretty much the worst thing in the world. But seriously, I was looking for a miracle that day. Sure enough, that miracle came to me in the form of a long haired skateboarding soccer player named Hunter Verdi. Not only did he make the running easier, he became my best friend that day. So look back at my checklist. I have an attention getter opening sentence, and I talked about my focus, meeting my best friend, um, and I've tried to make it exciting. So for the middle, you want to use chronological order to develop your personal narrative. So start to give a timeline of things that happened. Did you hear my voice crack? Ha ha ha. Okay. Have fun, my mom likely yelled from the car window as she dropped me off that day in August. I was the new kid. The soccer team I joined had a history of winning, and the coach was notoriously strict. We started out by running several laps. Most of the kids partnered up and started their jog, talking about what they did that summer or the newest movie they saw. Not knowing anyone, I started the jog alone, but soon I was wrapped up in a heated situation. Minding my own business, my legs were suddenly swept out from underneath me. I flew face first into the grass with a thud. It was like I was airborne for a moment in time. When I lifted up my face, I saw kids giggling and everyone was trotting off, except for him. Yep, the long haired skateboarder guy helped me up. Sorry about that, dude. Josie is just being a jerk, he said. It's all right, I replied, trying to play it cool. Deep down, I was embarrassed, angry at my mom for leaving me with these strangers. I felt hopeless that this would be a winning season for me. All right, so I've got my conflict, right? I was tripped, I was embarrassed. Now we're at the end of my story. I want to show the resolution. How did the conflict get solved, right? How did the problem get solved? What were the results of the problem? Well, let me just plug in my end there. This is a true story, by the way. Hunter and I finished our warm up run together, and eventually we caught up to Josie. I was nervous how this might turn out. "Why did you do that? He doesn't know anyone here. Why would you trip him?" said Hunter as he confronted Josie. "Sorry about that, man. I thought it would be funny," Josie replied to me. Whatever happened next quickly turned our attention to our coach, and we started our drills. I knew that day I made a friend, a good one that would have my back for years to come. While joining a new team without knowing anyone can be overwhelming, you might be surprised with what or who you find. So, back to my checklist. I showed the resolution. My friend Hunter confronted this guy that tripped me. He apologized to me. It all worked out. We became good friends. And I finished in the way that shows the importance of actions, right? I joined a team. I didn't know anybody. Consequences were potentially being alone, but it worked out because I met one of my best friends. I'm going to link my example so you have something to refer to. But now what you're going to do is you're going to complete your own graphic organizer. So you're going to pre-write, brainstorming. Remember, this doesn't have to be in complete sentences here. And then you're going to use this checklist to draft your beginning, middle, end. That does have to be in complete sentences. That is your complete draft. Good luck, and I'll be checking in on your work.